What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna be doing my current / January favorites because I just did my 2017 favorites, but I felt like there was a lot of things that I couldn't talk about in my 2017 favorites because I didn't love it for all of 2017. Does that kind of make sense? Like in that video, I really tried to just focus on things that I loved throughout the entire year because it was like a yearly favorite, but there were so many new products that I had tried out recently that I was falling in love with, but I didn't want to put it in like the yearly favorites. You know what I'm saying? So those are basically the products that I am here to talk to you guys about today because so many brands come out with like so many new products around the holidays and stuff towards the end of the year, and there was so many new things that I was like obsessed with. So that's what we're gonna chat about today. And I wanna give a big thank you to Shiseido for partnering with me on today's video. I've been trying out one of their new moisturizers and it is so bomb, you guys. So we're gonna talk about that, and I have a ton of products that I have been loving that I'm so excited to share with you. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already. It'll be the first link right down below in the description box. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so one of the products I have been loving recently is the Maneater palette from Tarte. So obviously, I mean, the cheetah print, this was so me. Like I used to be obsessed with animal print, you guys. It was so bad. Like my whole room was cheetah. Everything was cheetah or zebra. It was like a movement, but I still love the cheetah. I love the palette, but inside I just feel like these colors are perfect, and this has become my go-to travel palette because it's so small, so it's super easy to just throw in your bag, and it has all the shades that you really need to create a neutral eye look. Like there's a mix of mattes and shimmers. It's just literally perfect. You can tell by looking at it like which shades I use all the time. I use this guy, and this guy all the time, sometimes this guy. So it's really like a perfect everyday palette, but also a really, really great palette, like I said, to throw in your purse or when you're traveling. It also does have a mirror, which is great. So I've been digging into this palette a lot more recently. In November and December, I was traveling frequently and I brought this both times with me. I feel like it's small, but it packs a punch. So yeah, I've really been loving this. I love Tarte shadows to begin with. So they're consistent with the typical quality of Tarte shadows, but I just feel like the colors and everything, they're perfect for me. Up next, I want to talk about this Ofra highlight. So this is the Ofra and Nikkie Tutorials collab in Glow Goals. So if you guys remember a while back when Nikkie first came out with her collab with Ofra, there was a highlighter and it had like 3 different shades in it. This is the full size of the golden shade from that highlighter. They came out with basically full size pans of each of the 3 individual shades, which I'm like, hallelujah, because this was like the one that I loved the most. This highlighter though is like stunning. It's blinding, of course. Nikkie Tutorials, like she loves her highlights, so do I. And I just think this is beautiful. I'm a big fan of Ofra's highlights. If you watch my channel, you already know that, but this one has quickly become one of my favorites, and I'm so glad that they made it in like their own pans because I kept digging into the little part of the original one, and then I was like, oh, thank God. Up next, we have this Smashbox liquid lipstick. So this is the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick. I have Maneater here, but honestly, all of them are amazing, but this one is one of my absolute favorites. I wore this a ton during the holidays because it's like the perfect holiday shade, but you could totally like rock this into whatever. But how pretty is that? It's metallic, which I love, because the Always On liquid lipsticks, they've been out for like ever, but they came out with some metallic shades and they are beautiful. And again, the name doesn't lie. These really do last really, really well on the lips, and they're really not drying to the lips either, which I really like. And another thing about these that I love, and I always loved about the Always On liquid lipsticks, is the applicator. It has like a pointy tip, so you can actually go ahead and like line your lips first and then fill them in, which makes it so easy so you don't have to go in with an additional lip liner. So I really like these. Again, I just kind of grabbed this one because this was my most used one, but I have tried out a bunch of the new metallic ones and really like all of them. Up next, the moisturizer that I wanted to talk to you guys about was the Shiseido Essential Energy Moisturizing Cream Moisturizer. That is a mouthful, but trust me, you guys, this moisturizer is bomb. You know I have dry skin, so if there's any sort of skincare product that I am picky on, it is moisturizers, because my skin needs the moisture. We're lacking in that department. So this is gonna retail for $48 and it comes out this January, although I've had mine since I believe mid-November, and it has been keeping my skin going through these brutally cold months. It has Reneura technology in it, which is basically gonna spark your skin's ability to regenerate. So it's gonna make sure that your skin is protected from any outside damages and regenerating. It also smells so good, you guys. The scent was like specifically actually made to be calming, and it literally is. Like it calms me down just smelling it. It's like a very florally scent. It's like rose and jasmine and like I feel like a little bit of pear in there. Just trust me, it smells so good. And basically I just use this morning and night after I go ahead and cleanse my skin. I will apply this all over my skin, cheeks, forehead, literally everywhere. But one thing that I do really like is it is a very creamy texture. Like this is not a water cream, like this is a thick, creamy texture, but it really does melt into the skin so quickly. Like you guys can see, it's already melted into my skin. So I don't have to wait a really long time after applying this to my face to start my makeup routine or anything like that, but it still is so hydrating and creamy. Because sometimes really hydrating creams can almost feel like they're sitting on top of your skin, but you're not gonna get that with this. So I have definitely been loving this and was so excited to be able to try this out and work with them on today's video because it's bomb. Take it from a girl with the driest skin in the world. Up next, we have to talk about the Tarte Chrome Paints. Oh my God. You guys, like, you know I'm a big fan of Tarte's products, but this one I was like, holy crap, so good. These are like amazing. So they come in these little pots. So this one is in the shade Steal the Show. And they basically kind of look like MAC paint pots, but these are like pure pigment, you guys. Like, I die. They look so pretty on the eyes. I reviewed the Tarte Park Ave Princess collection, which I'll link down below, and they came out with one of the chrome pots for that collection, and it's like this beautiful bronzy color. And when I swatched it, I literally was like, oh my God, like this is so, so pretty, but they really don't have a lot of fallout either. Like, so pigmented, so beautiful, all over the lid, like, I'm obsessed. I guess they would be considered pigments. They call them shadow pots, but I almost see them as like a pressed pigment. There are a bunch of different shades. This other one I love is Pot of Gold. Let me swatch this one for you guys because this one is stunning. That is Pot of Gold right there. Like, and I'm like I can barely even get my finger in here because of my nail. It like blocks it from really going all the way in, and that's how much pigment I'm getting. Like, these are amazing. Up next, I wanna talk about the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe. So I got this in a little trio pack where they came with 3 little minis like this, but my favorite one is this one in Hypnotic, and I actually have it on my lips today. It literally is so pretty. It gives the prettiest sheen to your lips, makes them look like water-like, which you guys know I like juicy, super glossy lips, and that's exactly what this gives you. I just really, really like these, and they're not sticky whatsoever at all. I do wish that they lasted a little bit longer on the lips, but I feel like for them to be able to last a little bit longer on the lips, but I think for a lip gloss that feels the way they do, like so silky and not sticky at all, they last a really long time. If I'm not like eating or drinking, this will last on my lips for hours. If I'm like eating, you're probably gonna have to reapply it after eating. I'm just being real with you guys, but I don't even care because I love the way that it looks. I just think that they're so pretty and they make the lips just look so like juicy and glossy, which I personally love. Next, I want to talk about a liquid liner. So for a while, I was like in this funk where I did not do liquid liner at all, and I feel like it was because I couldn't find a liquid liner that I loved, because you guys know I used to love the NYC liquid liner, but they discontinued that and it's hard to find now, so I never want to use it in my videos because if you guys can't find it, I don't want to use the product. So I was on the hunt to really find a great liquid liner, and this one is so good. This is from The Balm, and this is the Schwing black liquid eyeliner. This is what the applicator looks like. It's kind of like a felt tip, but it's a very, very fine point. It's very black. It's very easy and precise to create a wing and kind of do that flick. You can bring this all the way into your inner corner and it's not gonna fray. I have pretty watery eyes, so I have to watch out for a lot of liners, especially if I'm gonna bring it all the way in here. But this one has lasted really well, and I don't even think it's like technically waterproof, but it's been fine on my eyes and I love it. I think it's very easy to work with. It's very black, very pigmented, doesn't budge. Pretty much everything that I was looking for in a liner. It is a higher price point than the NYC liquid liner, which I used to love because The Balm is like more of a higher end brand, but I think the price on this is justified because it is a really, really good liner. And we can actually find this one. Last but not least, I want to talk about this little guy right here. It's like such a little mini. I feel like I have so many minis that I love, but so many brands around the holidays come out with these kits that have minis in them so that you can kind of try a lot of things. And this was from a holiday kit. This was from a Pure Cosmetics holiday kit. And these are their Quick Pro glitter eye polishes, and these are stunning. They're like liquid eyeshadows, and how I actually apply these is over top of a shadow, but they are so pretty. You actually don't even really need to apply these over top of another shadow because you guys can see they're like very, very pigmented on their own, but this one I used a ton. I just think this shade is so pretty. It's in Namaslay, which I love, but this came in like a little holiday kit, which you guys can still actually get at Ulta. I just checked the website, where you got 5 of these for $39, and they're all really, really fabulous. This was just my most used color all over the lid. I just think it's stunning. It gives a really foiled look to the lid, and it does dry down really quickly, and it doesn't crease, because a lot of liquid eyeshadows can become like a creasy mess on your lid, but this will not, and it'll just make your lids look glowing and so, so pretty. And I loved that it came in that little mini set so you could get a variety of different shades, so love these. So yeah, that is everything, you guys. Let me know down below what your current favorites are. I would love to check them out. Thank you guys so, so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!